The beautiful island of Kauai is what I call home, and I wouldn't be able to call it that if it wasn't for my grandmother and all her hard work. She's the hero in my life and the reason why I have the life I do today. At a young age, my grandmother experienced the Battle of Okinawa, which was the last battle included in World War II. She was forced to drop out of school in the 6th grade to take care of her 4 younger siblings and mother. My grandmother and her family fled from Okinawa to Japan for safety, leaving her father behind to participate in the war to protect Okinawa, later hearing that he passed away in a cave due to a bomb that blew his arm off. Until the age of 20, she did everything she could to provide for her family at home, while her mother washed clothes for the soldiers to get as much money as possible. By the age of 22, my grandfather, who was from Hawaii, was visiting family in Okinawa with his mother, while along the way he was introduced to my grandmother and eventually brought her back to Hawaii, and that is how the saying in my family, "Lucky come Hawaii," was formed. My grandfather would always say this to my grandmother to show her that she doesn't have to suffer and worry anymore, because without her coming to Hawaii, she would not have accomplished all the great things she had or be able to make the family that we have today. Growing up in Hawaii has not only taught me humility and the aloha spirit, but to also be forever thankful for growing up in paradise, because it did not come easy to my grandmother. She has taught me bravery, perseverance, and strength, and that I should use it in everything I do no matter what. My grandparents lived their lives on the west side of Kauai, had 5 kids, and continue to work hard and provide for their family. Everyone in their family started working at a young age, including my mother, who was one of the youngest of her siblings. My mother stayed on Kauai her whole life working as a nurse, while my father grew up in Kansas. He barely got by in school and was barely able to graduate high school, but he later found a passion in radiology and graduated from KU Medical Center, and later flew to Kauai due to job openings in the medical field. Having both my parents working in a hospital has influenced my siblings and I at a young age to also want to work in the medical field and to always have that caring sense of mine. My parents were always there supporting my sisters and I growing up no matter what. Whether it was with school, sports, or extracurricular activities, they were always there, being our role models and showing us that family and the bond that we have should always come first. Throughout my years of schooling, experiencing social conflicts was very rare, because in Hawaii there is so much diversity that no one seemed to judge how anyone looked. Moving to Washington was a big culture shock because of the social conflict that is more common in the mainland. From my perspective, people are much more tense and quick to judge than the laid-back culture of the islands. Being away from my home has been hard, but the love from my family and friends keeps me motivated. With my family and relatives always being there for me, it pushed me to always be a better athlete and also a better student, because the main reason why my grandmother left Okinawa was so that her kids and grandkids would be able to graduate and finish high school because she was not able to. I am very grateful that my family was always there supporting me, because I would not have been able to do it all on my own. For as long as I can remember, my grandmother has been telling me the stories of her life. It always reminds me to be grateful for what I have, and no matter what, as my grandparents say, lucky come Hawaii.